What's up, YouTube? T Movies here. Since it is pretty much partially almost August, and there's lots of interesting movies coming out in August, so I decided to do my top 10 my top 10 anticipated movies coming in August. Because August looks like a cool month for movies. So, with that being said, here's my list. All right, coming in at number 10 is going. I literally just saw the trailer for this recent, and I didn't know a whole lot about the film. But I saw the trailer for this, and I'm kind of intrigued. It's a movie called Loose, I meant to say. And it's pretty much about a married couple played by Naomi Watts and Tim Roth, who pretty much ended up like adopting a teenager, and so it turns out like after a alarming discovery by the high school teacher, ends up draining. Pretty much, there's a high school teacher played by Octavia Spencer, who pretty much is like very crazy, and he like drains the kids' status and all. Like, I mean, she looks nuts in this. This is literally the second movie Octavia Spencer is in this year where she's crazy. First was of course Ma, and now Loose. And Octavia Spencer is just awesome. I mean, who doesn't love Octavia Spencer? And the film is also directed by the guy who gave us Cloverfield Paradox. So I'm a little iffy about the movie because of the director. But hey, Geostorm was terrible, and the director of that movie, his Fallout movie, was pretty good. So hopefully the same can be said with this. But I'm actually really intrigued by this film. All right, coming in at number 9. I don't know how this is going to be unpopular, but I'm not even kidding. My number 9 anticipated movie of August is actually going to Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I mean, like, if you had told me a year ago that I'll be looking forward for a Dora the Explorer live action movie, I'll say you're nuts. But you know what? I've had seen the trailers, and I gotta say, the movie looks really good. I mean, I gotta say how I see it. The movie actually looks pretty solid, and Isabel Moner. I mean, she's playing Dora. I think she's gonna do a great job. And you got a cast that includes Michael Pena, Ava Longoria, Eugenio Derbez is in this. It's directed by the guy who gave us the 2 Muppet movies, but he also gave us Alfred Looking Glass, which, yeah. But, hey, and it's also scripted by Nicholas Stoller, so sign me up. I think this could be really good. And believe it or not, the early reactions coming out from this movie, I'm not gonna lie, like Hollywood Reporter and Variety just put out some early reviews for this. I'm not lying. The movie is actually getting really positive early reviews. I mean, I don't know how good it's gonna be by the time the movie is actually released, but that's not bad. I mean, definitely not that bad. So I think this movie could be a surprise to me, honestly. Yeah. Like, I know lots of people are already poo-pooing on the movie. I think this is going to be a surprise film for critics and most audiences. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be any good, to be honest, but so far, these reactions, that piqued my interest even more. So, alright, coming in at number 8 is going to be Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Now, there's a few reasons to be excited for this. Directed by one of my favorite filmmakers, Richard Linklater, starring Cate Blanchett, who... Sorry, guys. Anyway, it's starring Cate Blanchett, who is arguably one of the greatest film action of all time. I just adore Cate Blanchett. Of course, you got Billy Crudup, Kristen Wiig is in this. And, it's pretty much about this mother and a wife named Bernadette Fox, who suddenly, goes missing, so her family has to try to find out, what happened to her and all that. It's based on a book, and it's Richard Linklater, so, I mean, Richard Linklater barely directed movies that I did not like. I literally cannot remember the last movie Richard Linklater directed that I thought was absolutely terrible. I mean, the guy's just a gifted filmmaker, and I think he's sort of like a Quentin Tarantino. I think he's up there as one of the best. And yeah, I cannot wait to see this, mainly because of him directing alone. Coming in at number 7 is Ready or Not. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was not at all excited. I was not looking forward for this until I saw the trailer. I mean, it's pretty much about this young woman who's being married into a rich household, and it turns out they got in order for her to be with the family, she got to play pretty much a deadly game of cat and mouse, like deadly game of hide and seek.
Did you pass her and then knock it over?
And granted, the trailer showed a lot. I mean, it did slightly show a whole lot. But I'm gonna say now, Ready or Not looks awesome. It looks really fun. It looks entertaining. The Margot Robbie look-alike girl, Samara Weaving, looks great in this. I sort of have a tiny bit of a crush on her because of the babysitter. I mean, of course you got Adam Brody in this, Mark O'Brien. I mean, Andy McDowell. Kind of a weird movie for Andy McDowell, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if this movie's gonna be any good. I mean, it could be terrible. That's always a possibility. But from the trailer alone, has me pumped for this. So fingers crossed, it's good. All right, coming in at number 6 is going to be Brittany Runs a Marathon. Now, the film stars Jillian Bell as this hard-parting woman who pretty much receives a stalling wake-up call when a visit to the doctor reveals how unhealthy she is. So she wants to go ahead and lose weight and all. So she decides to take up pretty much run for a New York City marathon. So I guess you could say this is like an anti-Cool Runnings in a way. And I really adore Jillian Bell. I think Jillian Bell is a doll. She's funny. She was, of course, at Workaholics. I liked her in 22 Jump Street. That Scarlett Johansson movie she was in, Rough Night, she was funny in that. I mean, Jillian Bell is in this, so that kind of piques my interest. I really like the trailer.
Okay.
And, yeah, and the reviews from it, from Sundance, was pretty positive, so that piques my interest even more. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, hey, you also got Lil Rel Howery in this, so I'm kind of really intrigued by this film. Alright, coming in at number 5 is going to be The Peanut Butter Falcon. Now, the film, is about this kid with Down syndrome who pretty much runs away from a resident nursing home, and he wants to pursue his dreams of becoming a pro wrestler. And so he pretty much befriends with this man, pretty much with this outlaw, and they become a coach and ally. And one who stars in this is Shia LaBeouf, who Shia LaBeouf does really stupid and douchey stuff. The guy's a great actor. I love Shia LaBeouf. I think the guy has so much charisma when he's in a movie. He was in a movie with Brad Pitt, and he actually outstaged Brad Pitt. I'm not lying there. I mean, of course it was Fury, but I think Shia LaBeouf is just... I just wish he quits doing stupid stuff, because he's a solid actor. I really like Shia LaBeouf as an actor, but just stuff that he does makes him really unlikable. But the guy, say what you want about Shia LaBeouf's personal life, the guy is a gifted actor, and I'm actually really looking forward for this. You also got Dakota Johnson, who, of course, thank God, 50 Shades is over, because I really want to see what else Dakota Johnson could do since that franchise is done with. But sad to say, sort of like Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, when Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson becomes in the movie, there'll probably be people who are going to say, oh, the 50 Shades actors. But I like Dakota Johnson. And not to mention you have John Bernthal, John Hawkes is in this, Thomas Hayden Church. And the one who plays the kid in this, he looks like he's going to be good too. So I cannot wait for this. And it feels like a Mark Twain type film too, so... I love me a good adventure movie, so yeah, I cannot wait for this film. Alright, coming in at number 4 is... Wait. Yeah, coming in at number 4 is going to be The Kitchen. Now, this movie, of course, takes place in 1970s Hell's Kitchen, and it's about these wives, played by Melissa McCarthy, Tiffany Haddish, and Handmaid's Tale girl Elizabeth Moss, whose husbands are, or like in jail and all. So they decide to pretty much so they pretty much want to do their husband's dirty bits. So yeah, I mean this. They're trying to take down the New York mobsters and all that, and I mean it looks great. It's directed by the writer of Shreya Compton. I love Shreya Compton. You got Tiffany Haddish and Melissa McCarthy in a very different film. I mean, when you think of Melissa McCarthy and Tiffany Haddish, you'll think of a straight up comedy. I mean, this movie looks like it's going to have comedy in it, but it looks like it's going to be more of a crime film more than anything serious. So yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to this. Yeah, I've really looked trailers. It's based on a DC comic, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I cannot wait for The Kitchen, and it feels like Widows in a way as well, and I like Widows. So, all right, coming in at number 3 is going to be Blinded by the Light. Now, the film is about this British teen from Pakistan descent who's pretty much growing up in 1987's England, and he pretty much writes poetry as a means to escape the intolerance of his hometown and all. So he pretty much lives through the music of Bruce Springsteen. I mean, this movie is pretty much like a love letter to Bruce Springsteen in a way. Of course, the film's title is named after Bruce Springsteen's song. There's that. And the young actor in this looks great. This also premiered at Sundance with some really great reviews. So I cannot wait for Blinded by the Light. I really dug the trailer that got released, and it's also directed by the lady who directed Bend Like Beckham. So I think she's going to do a good job of directing this. So yeah, I cannot wait for this. I mean, who doesn't love The Boss, And I mean, what a year for music, by the way. For music movies, I should say. We had Rocket Man yesterday, and now Blinded by the Light. So, if you're a fan of really great artists and music, this is definitely a year for you. Alright. Coming in at number 2 is my number 2 anticipated film is going to Good Boys. Now, this is, of course, about an R-rated comedy that stars 12-year-olds, and it looks really raunchy. I mean, this film looks like South Park. Yeah, okay. It looks like South Park. No, not South Park. Actually, it does look like South Park, but it looks like Stand By Me meets Superbad, and it stars Jacob Tremblay, who going from Room and Wonder to this. Oh, interesting resume. And I cannot wait for this. I've really dug the trailers that got released. This movie looks like I think it's going to be the funniest movie of the year, to be honest with you, because it looks that good. And yeah, cannot wait to see. I think it's going to be really cool. Oh, okay. My number 1 anticipated movie coming in August is going to Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, Dwayne Johnson pretty much back as Lawman Shaw, who ends up teaming up with Statham's Shaw character to take down a British military elite operative played by screw up there. I mean, they're trying to take down this cybergenetic enhanced architect played by Idris Elba to try to stop to save the world. And they also end up teaming up with Shaw's sister played by Vanessa Kirby. So I think everything about this movie looks fun. I mean, Dwayne Johnson, back as Hobbs, just awesome. I mean, I think he's I really liked him as Hobbs. Jason Statham as Shaw is great, and Idris Elba. I mean, he's Idris Elba. He's just always awesome. And the movie looks like it's going to be really fun. It's going to have looks like it's going to have some cool action in it, and I just simply cannot wait to see it. And I do like the Fast and Furious franchise, but you know what? This franchise got.
Stop. I don't have any pockets open. No.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I still say this franchise got better when The Rock came on board, and now that they got spin-off coming, I just cannot wait for this. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Loose. 9, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. 8, Where'd You Go, Burn That. 7, Ready or Not. 6, Brittany Runs a Marathon. 5, The Peanut Butter Falcon. 4, The Kitchen. 3, Blinded by the Light. 2, Good Boys. 1, Hobbs and Shaw. Now, there's a few other movies coming out in August that also looks really good. There's Anton Yelchin's documentary, Love Antosha, looks pretty good. Netflix's Otherhood looks decent. I'm not really that thrilled with the scary story she's telling the Dark Trails, to be honest with you. Art of Racing in the Rain looks really good. Brian Banks looks decent. After the Wedding could be pretty good. Angry Birds 2 does not look good, despite me liking the first film, so I'm not all that excited for that. Definitely not 47 Meters Down Uncaged. I'm not looking forward for that at all. The Informer got moved to January, so that's not coming out this month. Let's see. Angel Has Fallen. I wanted to add Angel Has Fallen because I like the trailers, but I'm actually probably Angel Has Fallen is my honorable mention. But just because I didn't like the last film, London Has Fallen, I'm not all that excited for Angel, despite the trailers being good. So hopefully I'm wrong and the movie will be good. So there's also that horror film Don't Let It Go. That could be good. Overcomer looks decent. Tone Deaf with Robert Patrick. That looks really nuts. So yeah, some interesting movies coming out in August. So yeah, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your anticipated movies coming in August? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movies signing off.